Mars in the second house. Oh my gosh, Mars in the second house. One of my favorite placements when I'm reading charts is to see a Mars in the second house. So let's break it down today. So Mars in the second house. So let's break down the second house. Second house is money, wealth, family, speech and communications, food, possessions, personal values, accumulated resources. So when you put the second house in the Mars, you have someone that's all about the things that I just said. They're all about money. They're all about possessions. They're all about family. They're all about personal values. And if you ever ran into someone that has a Mars in the second house, you'll notice a couple things. Like you'll notice people with Mars in the second house, they usually have like harsh voices. These are people that usually, quite frankly, they curse a lot. They talk crazy. Like Mars in the second house is such a unique placement because it's one of those placements that if you really look at it, it's a lot of positives. Mars in the second house, these are people that's about their money. These are natural go-getters. These are natural money makers. They about their bag. They not playing around. They about their family, their bag, they food. I mean, if you talk crazy to them, they going to talk crazy to you. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? But here's the thing about Mars in the second house. Just as fast as people with Mars in the second house spend money, just as fast as they make money, they spend it just as quick. So it's one of those placements. If I see it in someone's chart, I'll tell them, like, you got to relax, especially if that Mars isn't connected to like a benefic, like a Venus or Jupiter. Those are like signs. Those are like planets that help people save. Like if it's like Mars conjunct Venus in the second house, like then that person might not that person is not gonna be like a spend death, because Venus is helping that person to save money. But if it's just Mars in the second house, just like that, yeah, these people have a spending issue. And like I said, they talk crazy. So look, Clarissa Shields, I just checked out her chart not too long ago. Perfect example of someone that has Mars in the second house. I think her Mars is in Cancer. She's a Gemini ascendant. And if you look at her interviews, you look at her YouTube, just look at anything concerning Clarissa Shields. Just look at how she acts on a day-to-day. Like, this is someone that talks, and her Mars is debilitated. Cancer doesn't want to be in Mars for the most part. Doesn't want to be in Mars. So this is someone that talks crazy. This is someone that, you could tell she kind of gets off by just jibbing and jabbering and just talking, popping it. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's a famous trash talker. Mars in the second house. If they play sports, these are people that might talk about your mom. They might talk about your kids. Like, they going to talk crazy. They going to talk crazy. Like Michael Jordan. That's another good example of a Mars in the second house. I think he got Mars in Cancer and Gemini. So he's another one. Anybody that ever heard those old Michael Jordan stories, everyone knows Michael Jordan is like a legendary trash talker. So that's really what Mars in the second house, like, that's what they about. They about their money, they about their family, and they gonna talk crazy. Cause look, it's the second house. And the second house is in Mars. So Mars is action, is competition, is aggression, is drive, is courage, is desire. So you put the second house in the Mars, that's what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a go-getter. You're gonna get someone that's gonna defend their family. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get someone that's sharp, assertive, confrontational, blunt. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, very materialistic. These are people that like to argue. Sometimes you just gotta let them have it. They get into their little Mars in the second house bag, and you got it. You got it, champ. Yeah, but that's the video for today. Let me know if you guys want me to break down any other placements. I do Vedic astrology, but I still tap into Western astrology. It's all good. I still know a little bit about that. But yeah, let me know in the comments. You heard? I'm out.